Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. Before we start, today's topic I would like to talk about is how social media is changing kids. Basically for better or worse, but we're going to definitely take care of the business aspect of things. I do have a special guest in the Matrix, but she might not want to talk. So she's just going to listen, maybe chime in later on. We'll see. But let's take care of the business aspect of things. If you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com for any business inquiries. And that's the same email if you want to make a free will offering via PayPal. That's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Also, you can contact us at the Oracle 19 at the Oracle19radio.com. Now, we have different links to other affiliates, which is www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. That's another way to support us. And we do have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube. Digital artwork, and we do consulting services as well. Again, that's www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. Now, you can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of products. That's men's, kids, ladies' clothes, cologne, perfume, and house products. Over right now, we have like 10,000 products online. Yes, 10,000 products. A lot of products for you to check out. So that's evolutionoflondon.com. Also, evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G, for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products for business as well as personal. So check out evolutionoflondon.org for your EBooks, personal as well as business. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E. And that we have custom sneakers now. We're going to be implementing more custom sneakers. So check that out, evolutionoflondon.store, for accessories and clothes as well. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles are from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, just to name a few. And if you want to place an order, you can email the company at royalty9international@gmail.com for your luxury candles. Over 35 plus burning hours. And you can find them on social media, Instagram and TikTok, Royalty 9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, you can email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. Again, that's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And you can support his merch, www.wjaaccessories.com, for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, you can email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, Panthro 519@gmail.com. And also for his merch, you can go to his YouTube channel, DJ Panthro 519, and you can support him and his brand on YouTube for his merch. You can also find him on Instagram and TikTok, The Real DJ Panther. Again, that's The Real DJ Panther on TikTok. Again, DJ Panther. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. He have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share, and check out his other social media platforms. That's Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And Continue to Train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. So again, I need your guys to like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine. Now, well, not only the Cheap Limousine channel, but the Greatness 19 channel. As we continue spreading the word worldwide, we have over 1,000 shows on the Greatness 19 channel. And I need your guys to also support Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. I have a lot of information, a lot of great information on the Mr. Evolution of London. I'm trying to get more of your guys to subscribe, so I need your guys to help. Show some love. Mr. Evolution of London, our health and wellness channel. Kenzo Gang. Kenzo Gang for your Afro beats. I need you guys to like, subscribe, and share to Kenzo Gang. He's on all major platforms. He have his album, Discovery, and his single, Adora. You can find him on all major platforms, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, just to name a few. And again, like, subscribe, and share to Kenzo Gang. And if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at morekenzo@gmail.com. Again, that's more, MOORKEENZO @gmail.com. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for creators, and Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, both of those on YouTube, of course. Rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19, and finally www.oracle19radio.com. All right, well, now we got the business aspect of things out the way. We could get into the topic at hand. How social media is changing kids. Is it changing kids for better or worse? And I like to get a perspective from y'all guys. You can always email me, shoot me an email what you think, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. But what do you think? Is it for better or worse? Because there's so many different platforms. Well, I should say not so many, but quite a few. And how is, like, let's say, for example, let's just use Facebook as an example. Now you got billions of people all over the world that's on Facebook, but let me just say social media in general. It's not only because there's TikTok, Instagram, the X, formerly known as Twitter, of course. And how is now social media? Let me just pause right here. But social media could be good or bad for anyone. Very good for business, of course, because it reaches to billions of people, especially if you market right. But what do you think about the children, the kids, the young people? What do you think? Is it helping them or hurting them? Now, you can learn a lot of things from social media. No question about it. knowledge is infinite. And then you have so many people speaking on a lot of different topics, positive as well as negative. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to be. This show, I'm going to let the spirit hit me with this. I might make this a short show. But let's continue. Social media on the good side for kids is they can learn a lot. You can educate them. You can learn about anything. You can learn a trade. You can learn to be a lawyer or a doctor literally by watching YouTube videos. But not all, I should say, professions you can totally learn, because a lot of professions or skills still need hands-on training, but you can still get the basics. You can still get the understanding to consult to a certain point. Now, on the bad side, I think it could just make you retarded. Not retarded, but tarded. A lot of the young people just listen to frivolous stuff all day, every day. Now, it's nothing wrong with listening. We all listen to frivolous stuff through social media because, let's face it, it's entertaining. But to a lot of the young kids are engulfed in a lot of frivolous stuff morning, noon, and night. And that can affect their mental because they consumed by a lot of nonsense. They don't really know the basics in life, because a lot of the young kids, they have their phones. And I'm just dealing with the young people, the older people too, but it's not as prevalent as the young people, because this is their time, this is their world. So morning, noon, and night, they on social media, just watching frivolous stuff. What do you think? Do you think it could just I shouldn't say that word, retarded, but they just slow down their brain capacity? What do you think? This is my question from me to you. A lot of the young people don't really know much about life because they always on social media and they on their phones. This is a hardcore reality. If you take the phones from, let's say, your children, that probably will rock their world. Like if you take the phone from me and let's say people in my age group, it was a time period when we was teenagers that we didn't have the social media. Then not even the smartphones. It was beepers. Now, so we could adjust a little bit better. Where we in the high-tech world, and the children nowadays, they automatically introduce with smartphones, and smartphones attached to social media. So, I just like to throw that out there. But I'm going to give you, that's just my perspective, but I'm going to add on more. But I see there's someone here that would like to say something. She is my daughter. And I'm just going to ask her this question. Do you think, and you just as yes or no, because I don't want to put you on the spot to speak, but do you think social media is harming kids, or do you think it's good or bad? And you tell me. I'm going to let you speak. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, I think that it all depends on the age group of these kids nowadays. Because
why you would say that?
Because the thing about it is that in my age, 14 to up, we have been already influenced by social media for a while. But nowadays, there's more younger kids and younger age groups who are influenced too early to social media.
But I'm gonna play devil's advocate now. If I take your phone away because you got your phone in your hand right now, how would you feel if I? Because I know you're on social media a lot. If I take the phone away from you right now, Dad takes the phone. What? How would you feel right now? Would you be in your feelings?
No,
Be honest with me, my daughter. Yeah, I know you don't want me to put your name
no.
on blast, and I won't. But I'm just saying, if I take your phone right now, if we talking real talk, how would you feel? And I just say, you know what? For one day, I take your phone away. How would it make you feel?
I'd be fine with it.
You
Sometimes,
wouldn't get attitude with me.
no,
Be
because
honest
I
with me.
have my phone to take
Yeah,
away.
I get it, but let's be truthful. Would you have a little attitude towards me? A little bit, not a lot. We keeping it 100 here. If it is, I don't mind it, but I'm just saying, would you be in your feelings a little bit right now if I take your phone away?
No.
Come on now. You're, as the young people say, you capping.
No, I'm not. I have a phone taken away. It's fine because nowadays in school we can't have our phone. So either way, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't mind reminded. But my point is to the
Let me just
people.
say this. I'm sorry. I just want to add on to this. Remember, it was a particular night. You don't want me to say it, but you was in your feelings though. You don't want to comment off of that. Mum's the word. No. Okay. Okay. Look, we having an honest discussion. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying. We having an honest discussion. We dialoguing, and I'm gonna tie it in, of course, of social media. Better or worse, but that's why I'm asking. How would you really feel if on the spot right now, because you have your phone, and I just take it away, say I'm holding it for a day.
Because like the thing is that social media is not like everything. Nowadays, it's more like boring. It's more the same thing. Maybe a couple of years ago, it would have been top thing, but nowadays in the Big 25, it's all boring and just the same thing that you see over and over again. So in my opinion, because I'm getting older too, it's like I get bored, so I don't really need it that much. But I'm saying, not in my point of view, but my little kids, even my younger sister, they have tablets and stuff, and I'm like, huh? Because I didn't even get a computer or anything till I was 11 years old. No, only because there was online school and COVID-19 stuff. But that's my opinion.
I know I understand you. Now, do you think social media? Do you think overall the young people today is learning from social media, like, or is it just for more entertainment, or they in it for education? What do you think? Not you. We're talking about your brethren, your group. When they on social media, is it for the most part entertainment? And,
It's definitely for entertainment.
and are they learning overall, or do you think it's helping their mental growth, or you thinking not?
The reason why I think it's for entertainment purposes is because if it was all about education, these schools wouldn't be trying to shut down electronics, trying to shut down social media from these kids. So I just think that social media will always be entertainment purposes. Maybe it'll be educational purposes somewhere, but it's not for our group of kids.
Okay, okay. Now I say last question because I don't want to put you on the spot. Are are you learning a scale of 1 to 10? How much are you learning from social media? Scale of 1 to 10.
How much are I learning?
Yeah, overall. When you watch your tickety talk, or what is it? What you listen to? What
TikTok.
TikTok? You what about X? You into X? Why not X?
Because like I treat X as if it's if another Facebook. Like I don't go into social media like that because my opinion, I'm not into social media that much. I have TikTok, sure, but if you're really a social media star, you'd have all the apps, and that's not really me because I'm not focused on social media stuff as much.
Now, what is the young people mostly? Now we just branch off a little bit, but we're going to get back to the topic. I'm just curious because from older person, I want to get a perspective of the younger people. What do mostly the younger people listen to? X, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever. What's popping right now?
Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram. That's the top.
That's the top. What's the top? You would say number one. Is that Instagram?
TikTok.
I mean Instagram. Yeah, TikTok, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
TikTok's gonna be number.
Okay. And why?
Because there's a lot of influencers on TikTok, and TikTok's the hot trend. There's a lot of new influencers and people who
Okay.
getting a lot of views. So TikTok's the main one.
All right.
I mean, if TikTok were to be banned right now, it'd be a whole outbreak. Like people will try to move to Instagram or X.
All right. No, fair enough. I just want to get a perspective. Is there anything else you want to add on? Okay.
I
Well,
dropped the mic.
you dropped the mic. Okay. My daughter dropped the mic. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. I definitely want to give a perspective on things. And yeah.
God bless you guys.
Get out! No, thank you. No, but yeah. That my daughter. I just wanted to get a side, a little bit, slightly off the topic, but I want to get a feel of the young people and what they listen to and why and are they learning and how and etc because they live in this era. They living in the social media. They born and raised in this social media where not me, so I could deviate if necessary. I use it for business and even within the show, the podcasting, spread the information throughout social medias. So I'm it's more on the business aspect of things. But my daughter, I wanted you to get a perspective of good and bad, up and down, whatever. And I appreciate her for that. I think you can use social media big time for creativity and learning and education. You can stay connected with family and friends, which we really didn't point that out. We really didn't talk about that part, connecting with family and friends, which is actually very positive, very important. Now, I'm just going to say in my day, we had to write letters and mail off to people. It had no social media. There was no cell phone. It was a beeper. In my day, we had the beep, and when we received the beep, then we had to stop on the side of the road and go to the payphone and make a call. Especially if we got a 911 message. That was in my day. And y'all young people don't know about that. Gosh darn it, these kids these days. That was the MO growing up. Right? So, but now, the kids now, they born, and my daughter was mentioning that sister had, they introduced with as soon as they born, and they grow up and like they 2, 3, 4 years old, and they already have tablets. I should say access to tablets, and which means that they have potentially access to, especially log in. They smart. They can log into other social media sites, especially if it's set up for them by parents. Again, it's you get what I mean. At least I hope so. The point is, the younger they get, the more access they have to the social media world. Hopefully that's clear. But yes, in terms of connecting with family and friends, it's wonderful because you don't have to pay. When you're on Facebook and you say a family member is on Facebook, you can go Facebook Live and you can communicate, or Instagram, or TikTok. You can call people throughout social media. I don't do that personally because it's so I have a thing of social media talking family and personal stuff, and other people can kind of link onto it. I don't know. Maybe they have like you could screen, you could have your conversation private, but is it really private? I just kind of keep it somewhat simple. Is with family, I it's the cell phone and the app with it, or WhatsApp or something like that, where they don't, you can video chat or something like that. I just rather deal with that. But I dealt with Instagram and conversating with family members? Yes. So it's more access, which is not a bad thing per se. Whether you look at it as a privacy issue, that's it's debatable. I'm not going to get into the privacy issues right now, but it is positive where you can access a lot of family members and find them. Now, again, we get into the negatives, uh, cyberbullying and online harassment. That's big. Now I'm sound old again. I say in my day, people bullied all the time, more 101 in schools. And we just handle it where we just fought it out, and then the next day it became all right. How can these kids get bullied and you far away? Because if a child says something to another child in a different state or different location in the same city, so what if it's just cyberbullying because that person haven't touched you? These kids these days is so weak-minded. It wasn't that way in my day. You got a lot of people in my age group that would say that, and I would say that personally. Yes, that will make me old and stuff like that. Yes, yes, yes. But cyberbullying, I don't really see that, or online harassment, I don't see that as nothing, because you could just click off and get off of that platform and curse that person out, and that's it. As long as that person didn't put hands on you, I couldn't care less what they say. So my personal opinion, that's a little weak-minded. And then on top of that, people get mental health issues and depression and anxiety off of cyberbullying. Somebody saying something far away. I think that's a little bit over the top in my humble opinion. Now, screen addictions, and you could just be addicted to social media every day, all day, looking at the latest trends and entertainment from the entertainers, and you just watching what they do, and every day, every morning, noon, and night. Yeah, addictive. That's negative. That is a no-no. Now I can see that as a legitimate negative because you just on it. It's always something new. So kids can't be affected by that, which can affect your mental. That I can go for. So what parents can do, if we tell the children, oh, no, you can't watch these things because in my day we had things to do. We had not always be on social media. We learned to play. We learned to play tag. We learn to be creative. Y'all young people these days is not creative. And y'all young people. They already introducing this. So should you come in that angle with them? Because here's the reality. You could say, gosh darn it, these kids these days don't want to listen to authority. And you watching social media and you're not learning anything. I'm going to take the phone away from you today until further notice. Now, when the kids go to school, they hang with their friends, or just before they reach home, they could be on social media. You won't even know it. Why you working hard every day? So what can you do? What Mr. Greatness tried to do. Number one, you try to be in tune, find out what's trending, what they watching. This is just one technique, and not to say good or bad. Why are you? And then you ask them. Like I asked my daughter, why are you watching this? What is this? Why? What? Who's this influencer? What makes you want to listen to this influencer? What are you getting out of it? I'm asking questions. What are you getting out of it? Oh, well, it's just entertainment. That. All right, cool. But just know that you need to balance things out. You need to balance things out with positive and negative. Now, we all like to be entertained, but what positive influences that you actually learning from have you listened to before? So you're getting the kids to think, and if they thinking with you and vibing with you, they will look into what you're saying and process that. I'm just giving you one technique, and not necessarily will work. But you really, long story short, you have to, as a parent, this is a side note, you have to be in tune with change in life. Because obviously the kids these days is not like the kids of yesteryears. So you can't bang them over the head and say, well, in my day, yes, you can on the back end, but you living in now, they in now, they watching influences now, they in the now, the cell phone is in their hands, they teenagers, this is their era. So what are you watching? Why are you watching it? Is it anything positive that you are watching? Who you watching? What is these people's names? How? Where they from? What they do? And you check it. You check out. It's a lot of work. But you have to flow with the change of life. Now, if they were watching real degenerate stuff, you got to pause and say, I mean, get watching this is going to retard your brain. Do you think? Don't you think? Well, no, it just happened. It's popping. And you got to make them understand to the best of your ability and still be a parent. But the whole point of this conversation is you have to stay in tune, especially as a parent, of what's happening. You just can't fall back You got to find out why, the hows, and then you can circumvent and try to give your spin of what they should watch, because what it will do for them long term mentally, and then you hope for the best. That's pretty much it. You can implement your rules and laws of your household, certainly, which I still do. But the reality is, you just can't come and with that. Well, in my day, when you start coming like that, the question you have to ask yourself, parents of today, when your parents and grandparents said that to you, how did that make you feel? Well, in my day, y'all young kids, I remember my uncle used to be saying, y'all young people don't know nothing. And I'd be like, come on now. In my head, come on, uncle. Come on now. I mean, just totally belliger us with this conversation. Just totally just destroy the, just totally insult my whole generation. I get it. But y'all young people don't know nothing. Now, that's not gonna make me responsive. That's gonna irritate me. So the question you have to ask yourself, parents of today, when you come in that direction, say, y'all young people don't know nothing. What do you think your children will feel? So you have to be prepared to flow like water. And be prepared to change. Not saying you will be in agreement, but you have to you have to sit down and have communication. And hopefully, if they're not hard-headed bastards, they will receive your information. Depends on your child, right? But social media, is it good or bad? And I think, again, it could be very good for everybody. Very good. But you have to balance it out for all the junk, because it's 90%, 95% junk on social media, but there's that 5 to 10% real good information. A lot of very good influences that really teach you. I'm hopefully y'all guys will take me as somebody positive, but I know I say a lot of touchy topics, but that's part of it. But it's something to give you a perspective, and hopefully waking you up to a certain point. Social media, it is changing the kids. I think for the most part, majority of kids for the worse, because there's a lot of negative, a lot of junk in social media, and a lot of the kids take it in. My daughter is very balanced. She watch a lot of entertaining stuff, in her age group. But she also, and I'm teaching her now how to balance it out and watch and listen to shows that is going to elevate your mind. And if you notice on the smooth tip, I incorporate her. She knows about this podcast. And she knows the wild stuff her father say. But I keep it 100 with her. At least I try to. And I incorporate things, and this is why her and we can have conversation on a lot of different things, because I'm not totally closed-minded. I'm still the parent, but I'm not totally closed-minded on certain young influences that in my mind is junk, but in her mind is entertainment. Look, when I was a teenager, there was, say, music that was, and I'm just using that as an example. My parents used to say, you listen to that garbage, you not listen. That's no real music. You just like a hip, a hop. My dad used to tell me, you liking that rap music, a hip, a hop, a hippity hop, a hippity hop, a hop, he beat, a heebie jeebie. Listen to this music, son. And then he had the Sunday morning classics, then the Motown. And I was like, in my head, like, it's just, hearing those old Motown hits, it didn't move me. And jazz used to be playing while reading the newspaper, sitting and reading the newspaper every Sunday. And mom was like fixing food or, doing something in the house. And you hear the songs. Seems like a very long time. Do wop, my baby, ooh. Seems like a very long time. Do wop, my baby, ooh. Seems like a very long time. And I'd be like, oh, that music, ew. Let me go and hear I bust my guns in the air because I'm gangster. This is in the music, and I'm listening to that, and my father's like, "Turn down that music. I'm hearing it from over here." So that one room, a hip, a hop, a hippity hop, a hop, MOP for guys that listen to hip hop, the real hip hop heads, Onyx, Nas, that Jay-Z, Biggie, Tupac, the NWA. Oh my God, NWA. Oh my God. Comparing to seems like a very long time. Ooh, shoo-wop, the wop, my baby. Ooh. That two different houses. I mean, one house, two different music. Now I'm listening. Ooh, seems like a very long time. And then you get into the jazz. Now I'm listening to that. And then there's, music. Use your heart and not your eyes. SWV, use your heart. Yeah, I'm listening to that. Horace Brown, Joe to see, and we can go way back. Then the '60s Motown. I'm listening to that, and I'm sitting down like an old man. You old crusty bastard. Now listen to that. Now I still listen to hip hop and stuff, but I guess now I'm cultured in the Matrix. I'm listening to the Sunday morning classics that my dad used to listen to and loving it. And again, and the jazz and all of this other stuff and blues and then you know then my daughter is have the was it trap music. It's a whole different flow. She's but I can't front. I do listen to it because again I'm in tune with them. I try to tune myself, but she listened to this. Yeah. Now I be What are they saying? Bryce, who? Rambo? Rambo? I know Rambo back in the 80s, the movie. Bryson, what? Rambo? No, damn. Oh. Different era. But I can't lie, that's on my playlist. That's fine. I mean, but you flow like water. And these, it's all social media. We in a new age. That's good, bad, up and down. But you flow. You flow, you have an understanding. You get in the mindset of the young people, what's trending. Not saying you need to be listening to it. Like, I'm not gonna be going to a club, or I'm not into a club anyway. But I'm not gonna be going where the young people at and put on what's it, Bryson Tiller, Rambo, and I'm be out here acting young and whatever, trying to fit in. No, I flow like water. I just want to understanding. And certain music like that, I'm not even gonna lie, I like it. But you flow like water. You introduce the children to the best of your ability, positive things, and keep them balanced. And at the end of the day, that will only give you a fighting chance. That's all it is, a fighting chance, and hoping for the best. But you put more positive in social media, the few influences. I don't know if I would call myself, well, some people say I'm an influencer, but on a low level. I do have a lot of content out. So it's a balance. That's the moral of the story. It's a balance. Because 90% of the stuff out here is negative, but there's 10% out here that you have to try to gravitate to. And again, just be the best you can be. Let's save the kids. Thank you for listening.